think I wanted to get something down, make something official for what I've been going through. I mean, I could talk for hours, really. But the thing that I noticed, it's the same problem for everybody. Whatever's happening is happening to everybody. Nobody's exempt. I mean, you can't help the economy and what's happening. But I mean, people are people. I think what's going on, I think the city does a good job here. Mr. Carter is our mayor. Our MPP is Jennifer French. I think they do very well. I think Oshawa is a university town now. You know what I mean? The whole Oshawa, end to end, is a university. It's a big campus. I thought of it that way. But a lot's changed. They're putting in all kinds of new stuff. You know, condos, the railway, the GO station. What? So I think there's a lot of good going on, but being at the bottom of the totem pole, you don't see anything. You can't appreciate anything. You can't realize that, you know, as an addict, that you will stop eventually. You will. You'll just have enough for some reason. There's an overdose. You know, that could be an overdose. But anyway, personally, I like to be accountable. Everyone knows who I am. I don't know how many people I am. Greet them. Oh, hello, sir. Greet everybody. Constables know me by name. Not that I'm causing trouble, but I am problematic. The fire department knows who I am. Everybody knows who I am. Because they respect everybody. And I want them to see me. I want them to know I'm out there. Trying to help. I've done volunteer work. You know, in the community. Pick up garbage. You know, and I'm struggling for housing. When I have housing, I'm never in trouble. So that's the issue. All of us are getting in trouble because we have no housing. Why can't we have housing? Why can't they get stoned? They smoke so much because they're disturbed. If you actually just left them, you know, they're not bothering anybody. But they seem to just congregate in the weirdest areas. And cognitively, they can't figure it out. And then they're induced. But their subconscious is still fully aware. You can talk to them, they hear every word you're saying. As soon as they wake up, they forget. Or they've remembered and not telling you. You know what I mean? I've helped a few of them come out of an overdose. Or what they thought was an overdose. It's just their breathing. They get overwhelmed in whatever's happening. And they forget to breathe. Right? So you have to tell them to breathe, and they breathe. I think this fentanyl is used for insomnia or something. Weird. It's weird. I'm not a user, so I smoke weed, cigarettes. Lately I've had some meth. I shouldn't say that, but I have to stay awake. I don't know what's going to happen. I've been jumped, pepper sprayed. Yeah, jumped by like 4 or 5 guys. Sucker punched I don't know how many times. I got plastic knuckles, like brass knuckle kind of thing in my face, got stitches. It was a pole, just beat up, stolen off of. So I started fighting back. They didn't realize I could fight. But I don't know how they couldn't. I always have something in my hand, doing something with practice tools. I'm always practicing, kicking a pole or doing this, a spin kick or something. Hey, I don't know what they expect from me. But the thing is, I care about all of them. I might not get along with all of them. Some of them are more cruel than others. I think that's the word we're looking for, the cruelty of it all. You know what I mean? They make an agreement and the one person falls asleep and loses everything. And then, you know what I mean? Constantly over and over and over. Every day, someone's robbed. You know, the thing is, officially, how can I tell anything to Mr. Carter? Hey, Mr. Carter, this is what I noticed. You know what I mean? I've done a lot for this city. This is my home. I've been here over 30 years now. Built, helped in all kinds of projects. You know what I mean? And now it's like I'm nobody. I think our biggest problem, the homeless and the addicts, is security. They're way out of control. Like, it's criminal behavior. But there's no one to report it. There's no one to, hey, go talk to a constable. You know what I mean? That's what they're there for. You don't have the two cops that you only talk to. That's stupid. They ride along together. Some of them they're really aggressive. They don't care. Over and over and over. I greet them, hey constables, what all can I help you? I'm just saying hi, here I am. I'm unaccountable. What's going on? I don't know. Because they don't. And then you feel protected. You want to protect them. There's a saying around here, protect thy family. I know I took that to heart. I made friends. You know what I mean? They know when I'm mad for a reason. And vice versa. Right? Anyway, we're all connected. Yeah. We're all connected. The mayor right down to the loneliest loner. We're connected. You know what I mean? Mr. Carter used to sweep the streets, and so do we. We clean up after ourselves. And that cognitive dissonance will always be in the way. We have a Michael Starr path here. That was for civil rights. It changed a lot, Michael Starr and the Queen. But it doesn't matter anymore. The cognitive dissonance, move them along, Those aren't the droids we're looking for. Move along. You know what I mean? Like, leave us alone. Seriously. Just let us congregate somewhere. Just, there they are. And we know where they all are. Then you scatter us, and then that's when someone dies. Who's negligent? Well, it's the city. You know what I'm saying? Kick this out. Everything was going really good in this area. Everyone was comfortable. Everyone was going to sleep. Everyone was fine. We govern ourselves. We can't do that. There are some mature women and men out here. That's what I don't understand. You can't have an animal. That's for sure. You can't walk around with an animal, think everything's fine. Sorry. No. No way. Anyway, I'm not trying to be a big man or anything, because I'm not. But at the end of the day, I'll stand up for what I believe in. I will. I'll stand up for myself. I know who I am, regardless of anything. I used to be a father, very proactive father. You know, I was a good husband. I was, I know I was. I was home every night. You know, our children, we had 2 boys. So many compliments, everything about them, everything. They're successful now. So, if we could raise 2 kids together, what was the problem? There was so much contempt. I was abused. I've been abused my whole life. Every single way. The trauma that I've experienced. The abandonment, right? The rejection. That's what we feel. You know, and the people that we admire, like Mr. Carter and Jennifer French, they don't talk to us. They're busy. They have meetings. You know what I mean? Can't talk to every person. But we admire them, a whole bunch of us. If not anyone, I do. It's not easy what they do. It's not. All the variances. Oh my goodness. Anybody gonna show up to a meeting? Nobody. Can you please move my, you know, I want to be able to put my boat in over here instead of over there. Are you serious, buddy? We have serious matters here. Then you have the city planning, of course. Woohoo! Right? And you got the white hats up there. Just kidding. Oshawa runs really well. We have all these foreigners, students from everywhere. Love culture. I'm the oddest fellow out here. I know I am. Everybody knows who I am. I want it that way, Mr. Carter. Because you're watching, and your wife's watching. And all I can think is just do my best. That's all I can do as a citizen of Oshawa. Right? I don't need more than anything in return. Jennifer French, well, she's at Queen's Park there. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. Right? But her career is, she'll be done as MPP, and then she could come back and be Oshawa mayor. There you go. You guys have worked so close together. She would know what you wanted and what you were working and began to do. Anyway, just want to say out there, I appreciate everybody that knows me. Maybe click onto this and say, what the heck? I'll try to have a video now and then. I thought I'd just do a long one real quick. But I'm well spoken. I know what I want to say. Just take your time. I worked really hard on myself. I don't sound like this crazy guy that goes to the courthouse. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get mine. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God-fearing man. We needed funding over there at First Light. Seriously. Do you know how many people are gone now because of that? Do you know how many people have died? And there's a bunch now that I really care about, and if any of them died, I'm going to die inside too. I'm going to slowly take a piece away from me. I'll go and be in the house and everything, I'll be fine, I can go back to work, who knows. But didn't get through to them, you know. It's not God's fault. Whatever is happening, He has nothing to do with it. Can you imagine? God has nothing to do with the world and how it's ran. People falling through the cracks. Seriously, God has nothing to do with it. It's the cruelty of men. The cruel, that guy just being cruel. You know what I mean? These guards over here at Cornerstone. We can do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. We pay the rent. You guys are all losers. They just talk down to us like that. You know? And I'm like, you guys don't even know what's going on here. We could all act up. What are you gonna do? We're all in your face. I'm like, I went over to their desk and everything, their little laptop, and everything's sitting there. And I'm like, yeah. Like, you guys don't even realize you could take all this now and just leave. You wouldn't even know, because you're so involved in the drama of degrading somebody, Mr. Carter. Seriously, these 3 Pakistans. Yeah, they're cousins. They don't speak any English. They're rude. They're derogative. You know what I mean? Well, like, I grew up in Scarborough. I grew up in Toronto, man. There was culture everywhere. I learned about different cultures. And that's what they don't understand when they come up on me. Plus, I was a security guard. So I'm just dumbfounded. But if I'm in City Hall there and those guards come out, I'm going to listen to them. But when you get all these new guards and they just gung-ho and all that, I want to cooperate with them. I mean, I could keep talking. I mean, a whole bunch of us could. You know, being homeless doesn't have to be that bad. I've been walking around for 5 days. I haven't even slept. Taking naps. I've adapted. You know? And everybody's afraid of me. Because I can fight. And because I back up what I say. I'm not trying to prove myself to anyone, of course. Grew up in Scarborough. I understand the concept of some things. You know, this is the hood out here. There's nothing you can do about it, Mr. Carter. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's going to be a good day. Anyway, this is Christopher Limbio Taco signing off. Appreciate you guys for listening. I'm not even looking for anything, so don't worry about clicking onto it. Just, who cares? It's official anyway. Ciao.